Menu narration option is set to off.
Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, I get ready to told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low.
Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The ball carrier.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
by Miles.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Makes the score Steelers 3, Browns nothing.
It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession, and after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Bridgewater's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Play action now. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Through an opening, and there he goes.
Let's get that swagger, y'all.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Badgley now to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture of the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Myles Garrett make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Steelers send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Scotty Miller.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Just 2nd and 10.
The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Extra point.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
And it's 21-3. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Steelers 3. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard.
Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some... pressure on the defense.
Down by Deion Jones. 1-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
36-yard line.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 45.
Bridgewater to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Let's stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Pulled in at the 24. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. To Evans on the slant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
You got to be smarter than that, man. Come on.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back. Just blanket the field, and this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to get up here to the 26. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Steelers 3.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And the result here, Pickup of 8 leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going up top for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And his throw is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll have a first down past the 40. Wide open receiver complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They run it again with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
First down, Cleveland.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll go again to Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Pittsburgh Steelers. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. That is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Bridgewater. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater's pass.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. It's caught. Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second and 5 now. Bridgewater. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Chris Boswell.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 31. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now second and 11 from the 32. Again, it's Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
And it's third down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Mike Badgley set to
following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
We want it. Come to my world.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Cleveland, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, any slim hopes they